Yo, what's up, everybody? And of course, welcome back to ZML's your number one mentor, your number one mentor again. In today's video, guys, we're gonna learn about something that is really very powerful. I always told you that you cannot trade against the trend. So, meaning, whenever you're trading, you have to know where you're going. You get that? Direction is very important in life, regardless of the stage that you are in life. So, in today's video, I'm going to make sure that you understand and be able to know the trend and be able to know the level in which you're in the market. So, one thing that you have to first understand is you see, when it comes to pairs, we have so many pairs in the market. If I'm to come here, we have so many pairs. We can see Forex Group, we have JPSD, USD CHEV, USD JPY, USD CAD, NZDSD, and I'm going to be using NZDSD. Now, if you're a beginner in trading Forex, you have to understand that the best pairs that I do recommend for you is NZDSD, AUDUSD, those easy pairs. Why I'm saying those easy pairs because like predicting the trend is very easy with them because there is not much volatility in them. So it's easy to predict the trend and also market structure. You get that? There is not much manipulation in them. Pairs like ADJPY, NZDSD, those pairs that I've named, guys, those are very easy pairs, okay? Pairs like Chef JPY, those are very easy pairs that I always do recommend you. NZD JPY, CAD JPY, easy pairs if you're a beginner in trading Forex. Now, let's get started, guys. You see, when it comes to trading, I'm going to break it down for you. As you know, always I try to be straight to the point and I try to be open to you, okay? The first thing is, let me first draw you something that you know. What they told you is that, let me tell you what they told you that a trend is just, let's say, an uptrend. An uptrend is like this, which is a very big lie, okay? It's a very big lie. If the trend was just like this, it means everyone would be making money because this is open. This is something that repeats it. So we say that, we are reached support, we have reached resistance, like that. And it's the trend. But the trend is something that this comes in a disorganized way so that they confuse you. Remember, the market is not there for you to make money. It's there to take away money from you. So you need to be smart. You need to be wise. And you need to understand the market very well. You get that? You don't need to cram things. You need to understand the markets. Now, let me break it down for you guys. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit my notification bell so don't miss my videos. Leave a comment and, of course, leave a like. What do you think about this video? And tell me where you're watching this video from. Of course, don't forget this video is being sponsored by Xness, one of the leading brokers. Check my description. Open yourself a trading account with Xness and check my description and join my Telegram group. Let's trade together and let's win together. If you need more of my help, you'll find me in my description box. And of course, WhatsApp me and check my pinned comment. I'll be leaving the video of my strategy, guys. Okay. Now we first gonna talk about an uptrend. Okay. So what's your mentor? What if you watch most of the videos on YouTube, they'll tell you that an uptrend is just something like this. You get that? But it's not like this because if they show you like this, it means they're cheating for you. It means the market will be so easy, but you know the market is rough and tough. You understand that? So I want you to understand what we call the failed high and the failed loss. Okay, that's a theory that no one really talks about, but if you understand it, then I promise you one thing, you're going to be able to know the trend of the markets. Now, I want you to first re-understand one thing. You see, when price is moving up, let's say it's an uptrend, okay? It can start in its own way, okay? Let's say it was an M structure and a W structure, and it broke to be an uptrend. Of course, it broke the market structure here. And we have price moving up. You understand that? Of course, you know an uptrend consists of higher highs. You understand that? Higher highs, okay? Higher highs, okay? Higher highs, okay? But now it won't be just straight like this. Sometimes it can be disorganized with different structures. Sometimes it can be with delays in the market like this. Maybe it can be like this. It can come back like this, come back like this, go back like that, be like a falling wage again, go back like that. You understand that? So I want you to understand all the things in the market so that you don't cram the market. You understand every stage in which the market is in. Because let me tell you one thing, the dealer knows that yes, we are moving from point A, we are moving to point B. Okay, he knows that. And what the biggest thing that he will do is that out of the 100% of the traders that are trading this pair, he'll make sure he will only move with a few people. So he will disorganize the way. The way will not be organized. If you expect a smooth journey in this, it will never be there. You'll always have issues. It will be a rough way. So it's only you to be able to find your own way. You understand that? Find your own way. And to find your own way, you have to be very smart. You don't need to cram the market. You need to understand the Forex market. You understand that? So now let's move away. So let's move on now. Let me tell you something. If we're talking about an uptrend, okay? When price is moving up, I want you to realize first, one thing that you need to see is BMS. BMS. If you don't know about BMS, I'll be leaving my video in the pin comment so that BMS means break markets structure, okay? And I'm going to be showing you an example. SMS means shift market structure. Shift market structure means now the trend, okay? It means now the trend. That is just an example. Like, let me show you. Let's say this was an FW structure again, okay? This already a structure that you can see. This a lower low, another failed lower low, okay? A failed lower low is just like, let's say price has been moving lower low like that. So we are expecting lower lows because of that bearish trend, okay? But you find that this lower low fails to break this previous lower low and goes back. So we call this lower low failed lower low, okay? So we expect this lower low to come back up to these points here. If it breaks this point, it would have broken the structure of the market. Remember one thing, that this pullback here, it comes back to support level. Support level is there to generate enough pressure to push price the next low low, but things to fail to push price the next level, next low low, it came back to our support. And when it breaks our support, of course, the pillars that hold the bearish move has been broken. So we expect structure of the market has broken. So this is now a BMS. Then a shift in market structure starts. Higher highs, higher highs. That is now a new trend. You understand that? So make sure you understand BMS and SMS. You understand that? Because if you don't understand the structure of the market, there is no way you're going to understand the trend unless you just cram that lower lows, because the trend are full of structures. You get that? You can find a falling wedge. You can find so many things, head and shoulder. You get that? Because the dealer uses all these things to confuse. So you have to understand them. And let's go now straight away to the charts, guys. Okay. This is, I told you, NZD is very easy if you're gonna be trading. And let me show you something. This is the line chart. You understand? That's the line chart. Sometimes if you find yourself that you're unable to read the market structure, the market trend, use the line to understand it, and also mark your picks in the markets. So that's just a simple advice that I'm giving you. Simple advice that I'm giving you. So let me go back to, just a moment. Yeah, let's go back to this point here. So this is NZDSD. I want us to mark our peak in this point. We have this peak here, as you can see this peak. You understand that? Then we also have this peak here. You see that? All those are peaks. Peaks as in price reached those basic peaks. You understand? Then you can see that price had to break these levels. All these levels were broken. You can see that. I don't know if you can see that. Make sure you can see it. Price had to break this point. You can see that this is a structure being broken. I'm trying to break it down for you guys. Higher high. You see how they confuse you? Higher high. Then he breaks this point. He breaks this point. He takes a pullback. Okay. Then he comes back, breaks. You understand how? You see how the you see how the trend is forming. You see that? Then a failed lower low, then a pullback. You understand that? Now let's try to understand this very clearly, guys. You see, when you're marking the trend, I want you to mark all your failed lower lows and your real lower lows. Okay. You mark all your failed lower lows, all your tips, all the break and market structure. Now, like this point, the structure was broken. And also we have this structure is being broken. We have already, like if you look at this, our trend has already been formed. You can see that. You get that? You're supposed to mark all your break BMS points, you understand that? And all your lower low points. That is what I'm trying to show you guys. Like this, if I'm to try to zoom these charts, you can see if I'm trying to zoom, you can see that this something is making sense here. This was a higher high. This was a higher high. And this also another higher high. You get that? And you can see how the trend was moving, guys. That you can see this. Another higher high here. Okay. It was a trend. Then we have a break of structure here. Because why am I calling it a break of structure? You see this higher high here? We have a pullback. This pullback here, what is this pullback? This is where our support is because price gains another strength to move to the next high. Now, if our support has been broken here, where price go to move to the next higher, what does that mean? It means the house has no pillars now. You understand that? The house has no pillars now. And let me tell you one simple secret. If this is your higher high, okay, the trend is bullish at first, higher high, pullback, which is a correction zone also, okay, another higher high, then the pullback, we expect pullback up to here and then another higher high, but it broke our previous support or our previous correction zone. You understand that? So now let's move on, let's move on, let's move on, let's move on. I want you to understand here. Understand that I drew this diagram. I drew these channels here. Why is these channels are helping you to aid you in the structure of the market so that you don't get confused. In every step the market makes, understand the structure of the markets. Now we understood these structures here. You can see this structure here. If you don't know this structure, please, make sure you check all my YouTube videos so that you don't make mistakes. So you understand this type of structure. If you see this, then you see a correction like that, then another falling stuff. Make sure you understand those structures because I keep talking about them every day. If you're watching always my videos, you understand that. Now we have marked these lows, okay? We mark all our lows, okay? Mark all your lows. Mark all your lows now. Now, why are we marking all our lows? Okay, those are points that we don't expect price to break. You understand that? Now we mark all our lows. This is a Friday, and we just had a point of NFP. You understand that? Now we have marked all our lows. Let me try to zoom in. You can see how my chart is looking now. Okay. I don't know whether it's making sense to you. Now let's try to understand something. You can see that this point, this reversal here, why is price reversing from here? Then we have also this. We also have this. That's why I'm telling you to be very careful of the trend. Anything can happen. Price can retrace from anywhere. It broke all these points and now it's at this point here. And you know what this point here is? During our previous bullish trend. You get that? So we see if price is breaking this point. You understand that? This point here is really very important. Now, let's see the behavior of price at this point. We come to this point. Let's see the type of candles that we are seeing there and the type of structures and patterns. You look at this point here. You look at this point here. You can see that maybe this was at the influence of the news because we just had NFP. You understand that? Now, what am I trying to mean to you guys is when you're marking your trends, sorry, when you're marking your trends, make sure you mark all your lower lows, okay, and all your failed lower lows because those are going to be your key points in the markets. You get that? That's where you're going to be standing, and whenever you see price coming closer to that point, that's when you'll wait for a possible reaction, a possible setup, and also a possible candlestick patterns. You understand that? You get that? So this is the most important thing that will help you in the Forex trading markets because there is no way that you will trade without the trend. I'm trying to remove this mentality out of your mind that people told you that the trend is just something like this. No, because I want you to look at this clearly. NZD is just a pair that I'm telling you that it's not manipulated like these other pairs. But see the way they confuse, see the way they confuse you in that trend. See the way they confuse you. So it means you have to understand the structure of the market, and it means you have to mark every point in the market so that you don't be confused. You get that? So that you don't get confused because they're not going to show you like the way they told you. They're not going to show you like this. They're not going to show you like that. No, they just tell you this because they're trying to show you that the thing looks simple, but the thing is really the hard way. But it's not very hard if you understand the structures of the markets, BMS, SMS, that's shift market structure. And of course, you understand that you don't need to cram the market. You understand all the patterns in the market, falling wedge, all those things, where they are found, At what point are they found? Understand all those things and be able to mark your charts. I've told you be able to mark all your lower lows, all your higher highs, all your supports, all your resistance points. You get that? All your peak formations. If you're able to do that, meaning in whenever the market is making anything, you'll be able to wait for the market and you'll be able to know which point you're in. You understand that? And sometimes whenever you mark even all those things, you by time will reach where you're only waiting for price to reach such points. You get that? Now, price has reached this point here. Now, let's see what price will do next week. If you've been following my videos about always the analysis I make before price moves, then if you trade in line with that, it will really be helpful to you and you'll really see a big deal in the markets. So one thing I'm telling you guys is I want you to do more research on trend, but I don't want you to go for easy things. Don't believe in easy things. Accept that the market needs knowledge. The market needs you to understand, not to cram the markets. The market needs you to mark every step. You get that? So all I can say is I wish you all the best, guys, and see you next time again. See you next time again. Don't forget to leave a like, share the video to someone, of course. Bye, guys. Have a nice time. And I wish you all a lovely weekend. I'll be dropping some cool videos about next week analysis. So make sure you always study so that you don't miss videos about my analysis for the next week. Thank you, guys. I wish you all the best. Bye.